The Office of Attorney General, because it has so little oversight and so much money rolling through it, has been targeted specifically by these special interests. And the party leadership are only going to put people into those places that they know they can count on to keep doling out the money. And I think this is clearly evident with the two candidates of the political parties in this race. In fact, they're both embroiled in significant ethics scandals over improper donations already during this election cycle. And I think that this is just going to continue until we have a truly independent administrator in this office, which is where I see my role.
Okay. If you're elected, day one, you hit the ground, what are the first 2, 3, 4 things, specific things that you would do?
Yeah, we're going to immediately do 3 things. Get those mechanisms in process right away. First, we're going to put a level of transparency in this government that is so far unseen. We're the only candidate to sign the Buckeye Institute's Pledge for Transparency and Open Government, and day one, that pledge starts being implemented. There's a technology aspect to it about putting the financial affairs of the Attorney General's office on the internet in a searchable database so that people are able to line up campaign contributions to political parties and candidates and money that is being received by the Attorney General's office and money that's flowing out of the Attorney General's office in various contract work. That process is going to start immediately. The no-bid contract process right now is a system in which the Attorney General can just dole out money however they like, sight unseen. This is a process that we're going to attack right away. And again, when we look at the candidates for the two political parties, what they show is that they intend business as usual. The representative of the Democratic Party has essentially pledged to do absolutely nothing with the special counsel process. The representative of the Republican Party has only committed to convene a panel of political insiders to debate the issue in secret. That's not going to bring any real change. We're going to end that process. Everything is going to be subject to an open, competitive bid process in that office. That's going to start day one. And then the third major thing that just has to start day one is that we're going to end the slush fund process. All of the monies that are received right now by the Attorney General's office, whether it's collecting back taxes or suing and collecting fraud, and mind you, this is a significant amount of money. Ben Espy, who is the current Executive Assistant Attorney General, stated last year that they collected about $330 million in back taxes. Now, instead of all of that money going to the general fund, there's a very significant portion that is retained by the Attorney General's office for them to spend, no questions asked or answered. That process comes to immediate end on day one. And I think it's remarkable, again, when you look at the two representatives of the political parties, they won't talk about this issue at all, because the agenda for the political parties is to hold on to that slush fund. It's needed for doling out that political patronage throughout. They won't talk about it at all, and I think that clearly demonstrates to the people of Ohio that they will only do the bidding of their political parties. They won't address the real issues. We will address the real issues.
Can you speak, give me your opinion of the current brouhaha over voter registration fraud, and what role do you see the Attorney General's office playing after the November election in that?
Sure. Well, the Attorney General's office is responsible for enforcement of the law and